Good evening and welcome to Universal Spiritualism. We have our weekly session with Niko and his guides and inspirers, Noah. Niko has already gone into trance, so when he comes onto screen, it will be Noah that will be speaking through him. So a few hellos. We've got Michelle, Oliver, Tanita, Mandy Johnson, Rebecca Whelan. So thank you for joining us, and I'm sure we'll have some more joining us very shortly. When Niko comes on, he will, as usual, start us off with an inspirational talk, and then he will be open to questions about the spirit world and maybe some connections with loved ones as well. Okay. Good evening.
Greetings to you, my dear one. We offer our humble gratitude, my dear, to you for this opportunity once more to be heard. It is truly an honor, my dear. And greetings to all who have joined us this evening. Our humble gratitude to each of you as well as our respect and our honor for each of you as you are undergoing your physical journeys. Understand, my dear ones, knowledge is the key, if you will, to everything. The human brain, my dear ones, has evolved over the centuries. Its original function was a protection, a simpler form, a simpler existence. But as your realm has been altered greatly, so has your minds. Where you may perceive you possess clarity. In actuality, it was even more confusion, more fear, resistance, control. It has made this intentional forgetfulness even more severe, if you will, much more difficult. For in essence, navigating through its physical journey to remember. It is not impossible, my dear ones, to return your awareness to your essence. It is merely that it is much more difficult within the realm in which you reside. Notice as each of you have listened to our transmissions, offered your questions for clarity, have joined others within their gatherings, have listened to messages of your lost loved ones, even those of you who are continuing your development, notably within this form of communication. Notice how events, relationships, occurrences, which you live through within your physical form, cause you once more to forget that you are in essence. This cycle of forgetfulness has been occurring for centuries. And yet each of you are existing during a profound transitional period within your realm, where there is much assistance from all realms in order for you to remember. Trust in that, my dear ones, that you may be convinced that you are human, for you possess physical form. With certainty, I offer you this: you are not. You are beautiful, intelligent, powerful, bright, loving essence, embracing a physical form in order to experience the physical journey. And for that, there truly is much honor and respect to each of you. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you so much for those words, Noah. Okay, let's say a few more hellos to people. And remember, we usually start off with any questions about the spirit world. So if anybody's interested in the mechanics of all of that, how this works, or what the other side of our essence is, any questions you have about spirit at all, now's the time to ask. But meanwhile, let's say hello to a few people. Hi, Kay Weezy. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Tara. Hi, Charlene. Maria, hello. Mandy, hello. Gemma, hello. Who else have we got? Misha, Kristen, Michelle, and Gemma. Okay. It looks like people are more interested in links from the spirit world. So let's start with people who were first on. Let's have a look who was asking for a link. Tanita, I know you're still on because you've just commented again. So Tanita would appreciate a message from her dad or boyfriend who are in spirit, please.
My dear, when one asks for a message without purpose, intention, clarity on what it is you are currently worrying about, understand, my dear, your intention through this question, the energy behind it, the love, the openness, appears fragmented, my dear. When one is asking for a question from a specific lost loved one, they are convinced that these essences are no longer joining them on their journey. Perhaps, my dear, through this assumption, through this belief, through this continuous hold on the concept of separation, perhaps within that, my dear, is the message you seek. All essences, my dear, are intertwined. We are joined as one in our realm. Will you perceive these lost loved ones merely by the identity you recall them within this one physical incarnation, my dear? You are truly forgetting once more the expansion of the essence. If you, my dear, come to the moment where your physical journey ceases to exist. What is your perception, my dear, which occurs? The physical form of mass, of density, of flesh and bones, does not identify who you are, my dear. Which is why the physical form remains in your realm. As your breath, my dear, exits the physical form, your essence detaches from it. Imagine a mist, vapors, yet not fragmented as your question. Intentional, loving, bright, expansive, crossing through all dimensions and realms. There is no reunion, my dear. It is an instant connection that has never ceased. These loved ones that you recall, which are always connected with you, attached, loving, supportive, guiding. You sense, you feel, you remember, not just in this particular physical form, but many. So the message you seek, my dear, which is echoed throughout our realm, is not to limit your belief, your perception. For when one continues to navigate through their physical journey with limitation, my dear, this produces fear, anxiety, worries. Just as you are fearing or uncertain of what lies before you, where you question your self-worth, your purpose, your identity. Notice, my dear, you are questioning yourself through the lens of your physical form. The same lens which views separation. Reach out to them, my dear, as they are reaching out to you. Not through your human mind, for within the mind are your doubts and fears. Reach through your heart, my dear. Feel their essence near. Feel the love which intertwines your essence with theirs. And trust that that is enough. A reminder. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. We have, if I can move this up, it's always a challenge with this. Right. Kristen is asked, how can we bring healing to others on earth?
By understanding, my dear, that you possess the ability to heal yourself first. Understand, my dear, healing does not occur through your physical form. It is within your own essence, my dear. For healing in your realm simply consists of unconditional love. There is no sorcery, my dear. What is occurring within this said healing is you, the healer, is recognizing your own essence, noticing the various layers of frequency, allowing your own natural, powerful, vibrational frequency which exceeds the level that your perception believes it is. to notice your own energetic frequency, my dear, connected to our realm, and to allow the power of that to transmit through your physical form to the one before you. In turn, raising their own vibrational frequencies, my dear. For if each of you within your realm truly existed throughout this physical journey, remembering your essence, recognizing the power of the energy, understanding how high your frequency is resonating, there would not be pain. There would not be illnesses. There would not be fear. There would not be betrayal. There would only be love, my dear. So in order to assist another, one must first assist themselves. Become the pure vessel, my dear. One cannot possibly be of service to our realm in order to bring through that unconditional love. And after the session is complete, argue with one you love. Speak harsh words. Inflict pain. The vessel, my dear, must remain pure in order to truly access the portal in which true healing is transmitted, which is why one must focus on themselves first. One does not require the intention of energy transmitting to offer healing. One can offer healing with the slightest gesture of kindness, compassion, loving words. When one approaches you, my dear, with anger, and they are speaking harsh words, they are inflicting pain upon you, do not view it as pain. Recognize what is it within you which needs healing, softness, comfort, forgiveness, in order that you do not respond the way you do. Remember who you are, my dear, in essence. For love heals all, and this begins with yourself. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Next, we have Michelle Birkinshaw, who asks, how do we know when we have found our purpose in life?
My dear, are you asking this question through the lens of your physical form or the lens of your essence? First, my dear, recognize who is asking the question. And that is how you find the answer. Understand also, my dear, the conditioning of your human mind engages the ego with desires and needs, and those in your realm perceive their purpose aligns with their desires. And within that, rationalization, my dear, does not always come. a humbling introspect of purpose. So it's pertinent, my dear, to focus. Is it your mind? Is it the need for acceptance from those in your realm? Is it driven by the ego, status, financial gain, that one perceives their purpose? Or is it humbling, my dear, where one is truly vulnerable, offering the service to our realm, not yours, and allowing your vulnerability to be the passageway, my dear, that you bring forth insight, encouragement, hope, trust, love from our realm into yours. For this is the true purpose of every essence, my dear. This is what allows your heart to be open and full. This is when one recognizes, my dear, that their physical identity is merely the vessel, and the remembrance of their essence is where they are complete. That is how one reaches the remembrance of their purpose. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. We have Maria Capola, who has asked, will we see our loved ones again when we go to the spirit world?
My dear, that question is based on the perception of the identity you remember them in this physical incarnation. The perception, my dear, that this is the only relationship with their essence that you have experienced. If I were to tell you, my dear, that the one loved one which you are focusing on, you have also experienced 50 incarnations with various titles, various status, various meaning. Would you expect to see 50 versions of that same essence when you perceive you are reuniting with them? Understand, my dear, the lens of your physical form, view them as one in physical form as well. This is what occurs in your realm. This is the embodiment of that forgetfulness we mentioned earlier. And yet, as you are focusing, my dear, on their physical identity, you are forgetting how their essence felt, that energetic frequency, the warmth within their embrace, the gentleness of their kiss, the energy which emitted through their eyes with love, the sense of protection within that familiarity, the laughter resonating through your essence. This is their identity, my dear. Their energetic signature, if you will. Which remains familiar to you. Not only through your mental mind, but to your own essence. Recall, my dear, what you sensed when they were near. That is familiarity. That is how you each recognize each other. So when this physical incarnation has come to its completion, my dear, this illusion of your human mind's perception also ceases. And remembrance of your essence is instant, my dear. When you remember, you have always been connected to their essence. Once more, it radiates with familiarity, with love, with purpose, with integrity, with honor, with respect. They are not awaiting your arrival as you are expecting them to meet you upon an arrival. As their human perception ceased as well, my dear, as they also return to their wisdom of remembrance. They have not left you. They are still guiding you, offering you signs in your physical realm, offering you an embrace as you weep. You sense them near. You sense the expansion within the heart, and yet you still perceive as if they are at a destination you must reach. I ask you why. Listen to your heart, my dear, for this is where their essence is reaching out to you. Seek the familiarity within that energetic resonance, and you will remember. Trust in that, my dear. I thank you, my dear.
Thank you. We have Sharon Marie Brett asking, do you think my sister is safe in spirit world?
The question, my dear, should be directed to you. Do you perceive that you are safe in your physical reality? For your question is rooted within your human perception. And if you are asking if her essence is safe in our realm, imagine, my dear, what your perception is of you in your realm. You do not feel safe. You do not feel protected. You worry. This is due to the fact, my dear, that you have forgotten you are an essence, as all in your realm have. But the fear is instilled through the religious beliefs, inherited through generations. And thereby, my dear, even as you are listening to this transmission, you are not fully convinced, my dear, that this is even possible. And yet, even as this is indeed possible, my dear, so too is your ability to connect with your loved one. Your essence, my dear, is always safe. You are always protected. You are always assisted. You are not navigating through your physical journey alone. There are essences indeed, my dear, assisting you. Each physical step you take. You have noticed, sensed a presence near you numerous times throughout this physical journey. And you dismissed it as imagination. For that is how the mind perceives safety. Safety, my dear, is a word originated in your realm. In order for fear to control the masses, in order for those who seek power to gain it, there is nothing to fear. But once more, my dear, it is not your physical journey as you perceive it to be. It is the journey of your essence. The physical form is merely the vehicle in order to navigate through your realm. Regardless, my dear, circumstances leading to one's physical departure, the essence is always safe. The experiences, my dear, leading to one's departure were intentional. But this is where growth resides for the essence. There is a difference, my dear. When one remembers struggles, pain, suffering, the brain assesses and worry begins. But I assure you, my dear, what the physical form experiences does not parlay to the essence. It is merely a lesson for the essence. And the safety, my dear, comes from our realm through love to you. So believe, my dear, your perception of safety is inaccurate. You are loved. You are protected. You are guided. You are assisted. You are encouraged. Thereby you are safe. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Rebecca Whelan asks, do our guides change as we evolve?
Indeed, my dear. Do you not also change as you evolve? Understand that with change, my dear, comes guidance. With clarity comes transformation, enlightenment, enhanced awareness. The essences that are assisting you, my dear, are many. They often occur for a reason, a purpose, a lesson, comfort. But each of you, my dear, possess a core unit, if you will, that assists you from the moment you receive the breath to the moment the breath detaches from the physical form. These are your anchors, if you will. Your inherited compass, if you will. Always guiding, always protecting, always assisting within your alignment. Your alignment in order to recall your own essence. And there are many interchangeable essences that assist, my dear. A lost loved one may assist in order to provide familiarity, in order for you to trust. Another may provide love, in order to assist you not to fear, to open your heart once more. There are many, my dear, as you experience many lessons. The question, my dear, rather than be addressed to the number of essences, the question perhaps should be returned to you. Are you becoming aware of your own essence through their assistance? Are you recognizing how guidance is being transmitted? Are you allowing yourself to become more sensitive to the energetic frequencies? Are you listening more to your intuition, if you will, your heart, rather than the dismissive brain? Are you viewing those in your realm as essences and offering them forgiveness as you forgive yourself? These are the questions, my dear, one lovingly asks themselves, and that is how they continue with the alignment. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. I was going to move on to people who'd asked for readings from specific loved ones. I'm not sure whether people are still here. I was going to go to Sharon, who wanted a message from her mum, but I haven't seen you post for a while, Sharon, so I don't know whether you're there. Tara Hicks asks, anything about my spiritual journey or gifts, please?
My dear, why do many in your realm perceive their own innate natural connection, essence to essence, a gift? Why is the breath not referred to as a gift? A gift, my dear, is explained in your realm as an offering of something one does not already possess. And yet you possess your breath the moment your physical form enters your realm. That is not a gift, my dear. That is a privilege. For within that breath is your essence. Where there is honor, and guidance, and love. Perhaps, my dear, when one recognizes this truth, they find it simpler to embrace, which allows them access to their knowledge, their remembrance. When one compares oneself to another, they are doing so with their ego, where their perception is that the one before them possesses special gifts that they do not. Each of you, my dear, are breath. Each of you are essence. Each in your realm, my dear, possess the same exact ability to shift the perception to the truth and allow our realm to speak through them, to guide through them, to heal, if you will, through them. For each one of you in physical form is also essence. So if it is your essence, my dear, attached to your physical form, that is the collaborator, if you will, with our realm. How is that a gift? Trust it, my dear, as your birthright, if you will, as your connection, as your true essence, thereby your true identity. And as you value your breath, value your essence. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. We have Fiona Rowson, who has asked, please, anything from my twin brother.
My dear, allow me to shift your focus on your perceived need to include the word please. The word please, my dear, reflecting a sense of desperation. Within that sense of desperation, ask yourself, my dear, why do you continue to believe he has left you? Why do you continue to believe there is separation? Why do you continue to believe that your realm is located so far from ours? With this perception, my dear, you cling so dearly to. How will you return to your essence? How will you remember that you are an essence experiencing the human experience? How will you soften your fears enough to sense his essence near, to recognize the signs being offered in your realm? How will you cease to dismiss the subtle nudges, kisses, winks his essence is providing you? If there is desperation in your voice, listen to this guidance. Stop worrying about me. Stop worrying about yourself. I hold your hand. I gently move your hair. I wipe your tears. And still you have no idea. Still there's pain in your heart. There's fear in your eyes. You dread moving on. You don't even want to be alive. Why? You're grieving, but you're not honoring life. You're not honoring mine. You're not honoring yours. I'm always with you. You might not see me, but you can feel me. I might not touch you, but I can feel you. You can't feel love, but you believe it's real. So use the love you have for me to believe that I'm real. And I'm always with you. And don't be afraid. Don't ever be afraid to live your life. But that's where the honor is. I always love you. Now, my dear, I ask you to pause and focus on your heart. Does it not feel as if there is a lump in your heart? A tightness, an expansion, borderline painful even. Did you not feel a subtle presence near? Perhaps chills, sensations, heat. And why, my dear? Because for a brief moment, you allowed the desperation to dissipate. You trusted, you received the love, and you sensed it. So understand, my dear one, if you can experience that momentarily, you can experience it always. It's a matter of your perception, your trust, your willingness to receive. It is always there to be received, my dear. For love never ends. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Amanda is asking, how do we unblock ourselves? I was told my chakras are blocked.
Yes, my dear. And the one who provided you this information, my dear, were they able to literally see with the lens of the physical form. And if you sense, my dear, that you are blocked, have you asked yourself, what are you blocked to? Your energy centers, my dear, are not the portal to your essence. Your essence resides in your aura, my dear. The energy centers within the physical form, my dear. Serve to balance the physical form. When one, my dear, recognizes, remembers their essence, focuses on the energetic vibration of their essence, their awareness, my dear, returns to their essence. The ability naturally to sense the energetic essence of other one's assisting and guiding all come to light. So when one perceives that they are blocked, my dear, it is merely the perception of what occurs, which limits this, which limits their alignment, which limits their remembrance. So one does not require, my dear, another in your realm to offer advice. All one requires, my dears, to sit in the silence, to focus on their own energetic field, their own frequency, their own love, in order to begin to remember their essence. There is no blocks, my dear. If one is focusing on the surface of the physical form, and one is interpreting the energetic centers, it is only assisting them with their own perception of their identity of physical form. For those in your realm, my dear, have even altered the purpose of those energy centers, diverting your attention once more to your physical identity rather than your essence. Seek the truth, my dear. Do not always listen to those who are realigning you to only your physical form. For by doing so, you are detaching once more from the truth of your essence. That is why perception of being blocked occurs. I thank you, my dear.
And thank you. Unfortunately, we've now come to the end of this session, other than leaving you the last few minutes, Noah, for a few final words, if that's okay.
Indeed, my dear. It's our privilege. And once more, my dear, we are grateful for the opportunity. Much was spoken about the essence, about remembrance, trust, clarity. But do you not all seek the same through the lens of your physical form into your realm? Clarity, remembrance. You're always seeking. I merely ask each of you to pause and ask yourself if what you are seeking in your realm is truly as beneficial, as empowering, as enlightening, as loving as what you would seek in our realm. Ask yourselves that question first, my dear ones. And then ask yourselves, if you prefer, to seek your essence once more. Much gratitude to each of you. Once more, our honor and our respect with you. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you so much. Amanda, I noticed right at the beginning you'd said that you often missed when the lives were on. We've actually got 30 lives on this coming week. And if you would like to be notified each time we go on, then you can join our subscribers group on online live psychic readings. It's £1 a month. It's just the pound's there to keep the scammers out as such. But so tomorrow we've got quite a few things on. We've got 10 o'clock in the morning. That's UK time. All times here are UK. 10 o'clock in the morning we've got readings with Amanda. Then at 3:30 we've got Sheila. 5 o'clock we've got crystal animal readings with Lainey. 6 o'clock we've got deep soul healing with myself. We've got a new reader to the channel, Helen Louise Ayres. She's on at 7 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock, Fulvia is doing her tarot course. And we actually got Niko back on Tuesday. On Tuesday evening at 9 o'clock, he's going to be doing some trance evidential mediumship readings rather than the focus being on the questions about the spirit world, etc. The focus will very much be on evidential readings from loved ones in the spirit world. So that's 9 o'clock on Tuesday if you want to put that in your diaries. And as I say, if you would like to find out more about the schedule for the week or get notified when we go live, please do join our subscribers group. And while Niko's coming too, I'll also give a plug for my book, Universal Spiritualism Awakening. If you're new to all of this and want to find out more about awakening, then that book is your book. If you want to know about trance, then go to Niko and find his trance book. All the books, spiritualist books, are on my website, findmeamedium.com, on the books page. And we've got Niko back. Hi, Niko.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you for tonight.
Thank you. It was fun. Great energy.
So thank you ever so much, everybody, for coming. Thank you again, Niko, for a wonderful evening. And thank you to Noah, who are Niko's guides, for joining us. Have a great time, and we will see you next Sunday. Well, we'll see you on Tuesday if you come. See you then. Bye.
Bye.